The age of Photoshop is over. Google has unveiled a mind-blowing new AI image editor known as nano-banana. Its real name is Gemini 2.5 Flash Image, and it's unlike anything the industry has ever seen. To put it simply, this is the most impressive image editing tool I've come across. More realistic than ChatGPT's image models, more powerful than Photoshop, and far beyond what Canva can offer. This model doesn't just generate images, it understands the world. It knows how objects should look from every angle, nails reflections and lighting, and keeps characters consistent across an entire sequence. Instead of mastering the complexities of Photoshop, you can simply describe what you want in plain language, and nano-banana delivers precise, believable edits while preserving the integrity of the original image. Now that it's official, the details are striking. Gemini 2.5 Flash Image isn't just a minor upgrade over 2.0 Flash. The leap is so large, it makes older models look outdated overnight. And it is also surprisingly affordable. Prices come at $30 per million output tokens. That means one image is about 1,290 tokens, which means a single generation costs roughly 4 cents. Compare that to OpenAI's image generation, which still sits at around 19 cents per image, and you can see how aggressively Google is undercutting its rivals. And it's not only about price. Speed is another advantage. While many models take close to a minute to generate a single image, Gemini 2.5 can produce edits in under 40 seconds. That difference may not sound like much, but for real workflows, speed is everything. It means interactive tools are finally possible. It means you can mock up ads instantly, build product catalogs on the fly, or storyboard in real time. The first major breakthrough is character consistency. For years, this has been the Achilles heel of AI art. You could ask for the same character across multiple prompts, and each time the face would change slightly, the proportions would drift, and the identity would break. That made AI useless for storytelling or animation. Gemini 2.5 changes that. Developers have shown the same character appearing across a variety of environments, from a city street to a mountaintop, without losing identity. The style holds up and the character remains consistent. For storytellers, game developers, or advertisers, this alone is a huge milestone. The second breakthrough is prompt-based editing. Instead of selecting areas with a brush or painstakingly masking parts of an image, you simply tell the model what you want changed. Blur the background, remove the person on the right, make the jacket red. It understands at a semantic level. When asked to flip a phone in an image, it didn't just mirror the pixels, it generated the opposite side of the phone, complete with the correct interface, icons, and operating system design. That's something diffusion models simply couldn't do without extensive retraining. This capability is rooted in the model's native world knowledge. Gemini 2.5 isn't just trained on pictures, it's part of the larger Gemini ecosystem, which means it integrates information from multiple domains. That grounding shows up in the generations. Matthew Brownman, one of the early testers, asked the model to add reflective sunglasses onto his own portrait. The reflections weren't random glare. They accurately mirrored the yellow flower field behind him, bent properly across the lenses. The model gets lighting. It gets physics. It gets context. Another strength is style transfer. In one demo, the model edited the classic moon landing photo. First, it added a film crew, then it zoomed out to reveal a soundstage, but it didn't simply paste new elements into the image. It matched the grainy vintage texture of the original photograph so well that the entire scene looked authentic. That kind of stylistic consistency is extremely difficult, but Gemini 2.5 nailed it. It also means you could render the same person in multiple styles: anime, 3D, comic book, and their core identity carries across. That opens doors for creators who want characters to exist in multiple artistic universes without losing recognition. For businesses, the applications are obvious. Gemini 2.5 can generate entire product catalogs from a single image. It can restore old photographs and recolor black and white shots with accuracy. It can remove backgrounds cleanly with no jagged edges. It can even generate context-aware YouTube thumbnails. In one example, a background removal test on a photo of Sam Altman produced a flawless result with none of the common artifacts you'd expect. But this isn't limited to realism. People are pushing nano-banana into surreal territory, and it is holding up surprisingly well. Someone asked it to generate a cathedral made of pulsing jellyfish with tendrils wired into golden gears and train wheels rolling across the ceiling sky. Ridiculous, yes, but the AI delivered a coherent image that captured the essence of the prompt. Resolution is capped at about 1024 by 1024 for now, so some ultra-fine details blur, but the imagination shines through. Another test asked for AI-controlled mechs designed as armored lemons with glowing juice-powered engines fighting on a battlefield of acidic yellow haze. The results were not only coherent, but visually stunning. Some prompts were even more conceptual. One person asked for the feeling of remembering something you can never return to, painted as a place that doesn't exist, but feels like home. The AI produced a surreal, dreamlike landscape that looked both welcoming and unsettling, exactly capturing the emotional paradox. Another prompt asked for the hunger for meaning, painted as an endless staircase that leads nowhere but still compels you to climb. The output showed humanoid figures ascending infinite stairs into a void. Details in the distance blurred, but the core concept was unmistakable. On benchmarks, Gemini 2.5 Flash Image outperforms nearly all of its competitors. It leads in character preservation, object manipulation, creative tasks, product recontextualization, infographics, and environment edits. The only area where it falls slightly behind is stylization, where GPT-4's image generation and a tool called Quinn Image Edit still have an edge. But compared to Google's own earlier Gemini 2.0 Flash, the improvement is enormous. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping demonstration so far is the storyboard feature. A man uploaded a goofy picture of himself holding noodles and asked for a hyper-real story about being abducted by aliens. The AI generated an entire illustrated storybook, panel by panel. His face remained consistent through every scene as he was pulled into a singularity, met cosmic beings, and was given the choice to become a god or return home. The images captured the horror, the awe, and the transformation exactly as described, and it only took 10 minutes to generate the whole thing. That's not just AI art. That's AI-powered storytelling. Developers are also experimenting with more practical uses. In one test, a user uploaded a photo of a dog and asked Gemini to label objects in the image. The AI highlighted the dog, the blanket, the carrier, and even the door interior. Sometimes it doubled up labels, but overall it showed a clear understanding of the scene. And because Gemini is integrated with Google AI Studio, developers can build applications on top of it instantly. You can literally say, build me an app where users upload an image and apply filters, and AI Studio will scaffold the code. There are already templates for product mockups, real estate listings, employee badges, and catalogs. Everything can be remixed, deployed, or exported to GitHub. Accessibility is another key point. Unlike many AI launches that start only in the United States, Gemini 2.5 Flash Image is available in Europe right now. Google has also provided free quota in AI Studio, so anyone can experiment without paying, though heavy usage will require API access. And yes, the model is rolling out natively in the Gemini app, meaning Photoshop level editing on your phone is free. Of course, power like this comes with responsibility. Google's terms of service prohibit non-consensual intimate imagery, and every generated image carries an invisible synth ID watermark embedded in the file, as well as identifiers in the metadata. This helps users and platforms detect what's AI generated, which is critical as deepfakes continue to rise. By contrast, some competitors like xAI's Gork have already allowed explicit celebrity deepfakes to circulate. Google's approach is more cautious, building provenance into the system itself. So what comes next? The name nano-banana suggests small, which leads to speculation. Does Google have a big banana? Some insiders hint at Gemini 2.5 Pro image model with higher resolution and even more capability. If it exists, it could rival or surpass whatever OpenAI has planned next. Nothing is official yet, but given the pace of innovation, it wouldn't be surprising. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more AI updates. This space is moving fast and you won't want to be left behind, and I'll catch you in the next one.